Are you ready? Very good. You had the opportunity to hear from Dr. Kevin Spellman this morning on the main stage in general session. Dr. Kevin Spellman has 29 years of experience in natural products. He's also partnered with the White House as well in his studies and has been an adjunct professor at the, I believe, the University of Massachusetts. You know, we are very lucky to have such an incredible R&D department, and he is one of the leaders in our R&D department here at the USANA family. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our Executive Vice President of Research and Development, Dr. Kevin Spellman.
Thank you, Lori. Take care. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. How's your day been? Are you excited? Tell me about intelligence technology. It's amazing. I love it. Great. So today, this is where we're going to go. We're going to look inside the bottle, talk about that a bit. Then we're going to talk about triple action support. But help me, I've forgotten what that stands for, triple action support. I can't really hear you. Wait. Did you say something? Nourish, protect, renew, that's right. And we're going to share the story with you. We're going to show you some animations and some videos that you can use in your toolbox when you're working with other people that you want to help them understand the value and the beauty and the science behind CellSentials. So that's where we'll go. Now, there's a number of animations in here today. There's, I guess, about 3 or 4, and you're going to be able to use these. So we'll go through them, and you'll see how cool they are. And the cool thing about these animations is molecular biology. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it awesome what happens on a molecular level inside the body? Okay, so let's look inside the bottle. So I want to start by saying that we really are in the process of a paradigm shift. Now, what do I mean by that? We're completely changing our views of what nutrition is and how to approach nutrition and even how to study nutrition. So that's important because concepts like systems biology, concepts like the genomics and proteomics, the omics revolution, all of these things are very, very key to us understanding not only human physiology better, but human lifespan and nutrition and the way that we eat and what's important that we eat. Up to now, we've been really stuck in a reductionist model where we really look at the individual components. Physics was like that 100 years ago. But now in physics, what they do is they don't study the particles, they study the relationship between the particles. And in the same sort of way, that's where we're going with USANA intelligence technology. It's not about the individual components, it's about the whole, okay? Now, how many of you out there are new to USANA? Either some of you are really shy or, so there's only a few of you, really. Well, this is for you. This question is for you. So if I eat well, do I need a multivitamin? And I think many people would say no. In fact, I know the American Medical Association would say no. If I eat well, I don't need a multivitamin. Well, let me try to show you the evidence. I tend to be evidence-based. In fact, our whole research and development department is evidence-based. So let me show you the evidence and see what you have to say after I show you 2 papers here. Now, this paper basically said, this paper was a review of a number of different papers, and it says, 3 recent studies of historical food composition data found declines of 5% to 40% or more in some minerals in vegetables and fruits. So in other words, what you're eating is not what your ancestors were eating. This paper goes on to say comparing low and high yield cultivars of broccoli and grains found consistently negative correlations between yield and concentrations of minerals and proteins. So what did I just say? What I said is we have all these hybrids now that give us high yields. In other words, lots of plant matter, lots of vegetables. But what we're finding, even though we're getting more food volume, that the nutrient levels are going down in them because of these hybrids. And this is an important piece to remember and understand, is just because we are able to buy beautiful vegetables and fruits in the stores that have been hybrided to be bigger, you're not getting the same nutrient content as your ancestors did 10,000 years and further back, 10,000 years ago and further back. And I really want you to understand that, because to me, it really screams loudly that we do need a multivitamin. One of the most famous scientists out there, a great biologist, good cancer researcher, a guy by the name of Bruce Ames. Bruce Ames says, and I love his comment, he's so matter of fact, he says, we could save millions of dollars in healthcare by a few pennies a day. And what was he talking about? By taking a multivitamin every day, we could save millions of dollars in healthcare. And I have to say, I agree with him. We can really change people's health by giving them the nutrients and the antioxidants that they need. So here's another one of these papers. Changes in USDA food composition. 43 garden crops show declines for 6 nutrients. This includes protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, riboflavin, which is B2, and ascorbic acid. And what's ascorbic acid? Vitamin C, that's right. They go on to say declines in the median range from 6% for protein to 38% for riboflavin. Is most easily explained by changes in cultivated varieties between 1950 and 1999. So we really are not getting the same things that our ancestors did. Now, thank you. Now, one of the reasons I'm so excited about the intelligence technology and CellSentials is because we've done so much science on it that we've been able to apply for 3 patents. So we have 3 patents pending. One of them is compositions for supporting endogenous systems related to lifespan. One of them is compositions for upregulating endogenous antioxidant systems. And you understand that because we've talked about it. And by the end of this lecture, you're really going to understand it. And one of them is reducing damage associated with oxidative phosphorylation. So this will probably make somewhere around 10 or 11 patents that USANA Health Sciences has had in 24 years. Yeah? Isn't that great? So, what is it again? Nourish. You got it. So here's the highlights of our CellSentials. Number one, we just talked about. We have a patent pending. We have 3 patents pending. 3 patents pending with USANA Intelligence Technology. Also, we're stimulating cell signaling, and we're optimizing these processes that are already within us and that occur naturally, and we're priming them and optimizing them to be able to respond to stress. Proprietary nutrient blends, we've talked about this, the intelligence technology, the ability to protect and renew, and you'll really understand that by the end of this lecture if you don't fall asleep. It's been a long day for you guys, hasn't it? Yeah. You drinking from a fire hose out there? Also, carefully balanced. So as usual, as we tend to do, as the only way we do things, we have very carefully balanced levels of micronutrients, of minerals, of essential minerals, of trace minerals, of vitamins, and of antioxidants as well. So let's start by talking about the core minerals. So as you know, enzymes can't operate without without minerals. So without a cofactor or a coenzyme. Enzymes have to have an additional part to work properly. And without enzymes, the body doesn't work, right? And so what you'll find is that many of the coenzymes or cofactors that enzymes need to operate are actually minerals. Often they're also B vitamins. So what we're providing is we're setting the foundation by providing nutrients. We're setting the foundation for your body to be able to operate properly. So what's different about the core minerals? Number one is we're using an ascorbate form of minerals. So calcium ascorbate, magnesium ascorbate, zinc ascorbate, these sorts of things. And this what it does is it improves the absorption of these nutrients. It's well known at this point, some very new studies are showing that optimal absorption of minerals is due to the presence of vitamin C. So we put these two together for better absorption. Also, N-acetyl-L-cysteine. N-acetyl-L-cysteine is, or NAC as we like to call it, is a precursor to glutathione. And without NAC, you can't make glutathione. And what is glutathione? The master antioxidant. We also have a key balance between calcium and magnesium. Now, if you look at other supplements out there on the shelves, what you're going to find is the most common ratio of calcium to magnesium is 2-to-1. And this 2-to-1 balance is actually problematic. My apologies, I'm losing my voice. And it's problematic because magnesium helps not only the absorption of calcium, but it helps direct calcium to the bone. And if you've got too much calcium on board and you don't have enough magnesium, you've got the potential of the calcium traveling to the cardiovascular system and ending up with plaque buildup in the arteries. So, and this is one of the reasons that doctors are saying don't take as much calcium as you used to. Remember with the calcium recommendations back 10 years ago, it was really much, much higher than it is now. Well, they're realizing their mistake, and we're seeing that this 1-to-1 ratio is the cutting edge science of how to prevent calcium from going to the cardiovascular system and to keeping it in the bone. So that's one of the key differences here as well. Now, the CellSentials Vita Antioxidant is also got some really exciting new activities going on with it and some new ingredients as well. So, as you know, optimized amounts of essential vitamins and minerals, but also the intelligence complex. And that intelligence complex, what does it do? It stimulates the production of endogenous antioxidants. It promotes natural mitophagy processes. And mitophagy, as you know, regenerates mitochondria. Okay? So without that process of regenerating mitochondria, your mitochondria get old and they start to get inefficient and they start to leak free radicals. And we'll talk about that and we'll show you that process literally in a few minutes here. Excuse me. So what's different in the Vita AO? Let's start with vitamin A and talk about vitamin A. It turns out that some people can't convert beta carotene to vitamin A. And this is very common. About 1/3 to 2/3, depending on who you are and what the beta carotene is, of beta carotene is converted to vitamin A in the body. But there are certain people, and this is generally a genetic issue, there are certain people that can't convert the beta carotene to vitamin A. And so what we've done to cover more of the population is we've added vitamin A to the beta carotene. But we didn't stop there. We also added mixed carotenoids. So there's beta carotene, there's alpha carotene, there's all these different carotenoids. And by adding more of them, you get more of a broad spectrum protection in terms of antioxidant activity. And this is a good thing because what it is, it's more like eating a good quality meal than taking a vitamin pill when you have those mixed carotenoids in there. So that's a very positive change. The other change that we've done here is around vitamin C. Now, poly C is a form of vitamin C that tends to deliver higher levels of ascorbic acid or vitamin C in the blood and then extends those levels over time. So if you look at this graph, what you can see is the squares, the lower bar is straight ascorbate. The circles, the darker circles, are poly C. So now look at the timeline here. We look at the x-axis, the horizontal bar at the bottom. This is time, okay? So you've got 0 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. I want you to notice from about a half an hour to about 5 hours on that bar. If you look up in that time span, what you're going to see is that you really have much more vitamin C, much more ascorbate going through the bloodstream than it's just straight ascorbic acid. And so this excited us, and we said, this is a better product, and this is what we're going to use now. So better delivery of vitamin C. The other interesting change is around choline. Now, choline is very key to methyl transfers. So methylation issues are actually becoming very common, mainly not because they weren't there before, but mainly because science is becoming aware of them. So methylation issues are particularly key to not only the liver, but also the neurological system, the brain. And let me give you a good example of a methylation issue. It turns out that some cases of depression are actually due to methylation issues, being able to move a methyl group from one molecule to another molecule, and in many cases, making a neurotransmitter. Well, it turns out that methylation issues can be genetic. And so some people need higher levels of methyl donors, we call them methyl donors, that will give a methyl group. And choline is one of those compounds that will actually provide a methyl donor. So this is key to the neurological system, to the brain. Also, vitamin D. We've increased the vitamin D, and here's an exciting piece of human research that we did at Sanoviv. So we had folks that were already on the essentials, and we took their vitamin D levels and established what those levels were. Then we put them on CellSentials, the new product, CellSentials, for a month. And what we found was that their vitamin D levels actually went up. So we were very pleased to see this, because sometimes with supplements, even though you increase a certain nutrient, it doesn't necessarily play out in the body. But in this case, it very much did. So we were able to increase those levels into more healthy and optimal ranges of these folks that took the CellSentials. Now, the other thing we did, just as we talked about mixed carotenoids being potentially superior than just beta-carotene, well, in the same sort of way, vitamin E, by definition, is called alpha-tocopherol. But there's not just alpha-tocopherol. There's gamma-tocopherol, there's beta-tocopherol. There's a group of tocopherols. And these are all very, very close. Technically, they're not vitamin E. Some people would say they are, because their boundaries are fuzzier than this. But the key piece here is that we've added mixed tocopherols to the CellSentials. Now, this is a great thing, because we've increased the levels of those, and we've actually decreased the levels of alpha-tocopherol. And the reason that we did this is because the newest research is showing that vitamin E levels that are too high can actually cause adverse events in some people. So we took ours down. Ours were already okay, but we took it down just a hair, so we felt even better about where it was. Now, just as the mixed carotenoids were much like eating a meal, in this sort of way, the mixed tocopherols are more like eating a meal. And by the way, gamma-tocopherol tends to be the vitamin E that's better for your heart, not alpha-tocopherol. So that's another piece here. There's better cardiovascular protection here. Okay, so vitamin K. What we've done is we've balanced the mixture of K1 and K2. In fact, I think we went up by 9 times the amount of K that we have in the formula. Now, this is key as well. Remember we had the conversation about calcium, the bone versus the heart, the bone versus the cardiovascular system? Well, it turns out vitamin K is one of these compounds that can actually help direct calcium towards the bone and not the cardiovascular system. Specifically, K2 is very key in this. So by putting both vitamin K1 and K2 in here, we got a better balance, closer to food, and also I think we're probably the first company to actually do this in a multivitamin. I know some companies have done this in just vitamin K supplements, but in terms of a multivitamin, I think we might be the very first ones to do this. What? Thank you. Okay. You guys are getting tired, I know. Don't worry, you can sleep during the animations. Okay, so the intelligence complex. Let's talk about the intelligence complex. So this is something that is really the brainchild of a lot of years of work and a lot of years of observation and really putting it together just in the last couple of years. So as you know, it's unique to CellSentials. It's in the Vita antioxidant specifically. And in the United States, Mexico, Singapore, Hong Kong, it is a proprietary blend of 8 ingredients. And I'll show you the difference in other markets in a second. But what it does, as ad nauseum, as we're saying today, supports activation of cell signaling activities, of cell signaling processes, specifically endogenous antioxidant production and mitophagy. So here's the intelligence complex in the markets I just mentioned. Very, very important. Are you listening? Okay, what's very important here is it is not about the individual ingredients. It's about the complex. It's about the whole. So it's not about the individual ingredients. I can't stress that enough. And you'll see this as we get further into this. But I just want you to really understand that. You know, the pharmaceutical model, it would be about the individual molecules. No, it's about the mixture of molecules. This is more like modern physics, and the pharmaceutical model is more like ancient physics, where we looked at physics as billiard balls. Did I wear out your hands? Yes. I'm so sorry. Good job, by the way. Thank you for doing that. So let's look at the intelligence complex in other markets. Now, if you can make sense of this in 30 seconds or less, I will give you $100. No, I didn't really say that. So all the markets are up, so you can see going across US, Canada, Mexico, Colombia, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, and Indonesia. Thank you. So, and you can see the compounds that are in there. Now, what I want you to understand, the reason sometimes we leave compounds out is because of the regulatory environment of your country. Okay, in Taiwan, you guys are particularly afraid of phytochemicals. Or your government is. Not you, but your government is particularly afraid of phytochemicals. I have no idea why, but what we did to make up for the fact that we couldn't put resveratrol in there, we couldn't put quercetin in there, we couldn't put rutin or alpha-lipoic acid in there, or curcumin, is we added turmeric, and then we also added ginseng, rhodiola, and broccoli extract. Now, what's key here is that what those compounds do, what ginseng, rhodiola, and broccoli extract and turmeric do, is essentially the same, it activates those same pathways that we've been talking about. So we covered you. We overlapped everything, much as you'll see as we go further into this. So not to worry if you're from a market that got resveratrol left out or got quercetin left out. We've got coverage for these processes. It's not about the individual ingredient. It's about the mixture as a whole. Well, let's talk about that triple action support now. So the Nourish side of this, thank you. I'm fading too. That was helpful. Okay, so we've said this a number of times, broad spectrum of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to nourish your cells. And the broad spectrum's key. We really tried to think about dietary influences here. Eating more than taking a pill. That's what we attempted to mimic here. Antioxidants, as you know, are very, very key to maintaining cellular health, and it gives your cells a boost to basically be able to fight, to be able to protect you against free radicals. And I want to show you a video here. This will be the first one, and it's going to show you, we're going to talk about, oops, no, we missed that. You're going to have to start it from that end. If you just go down to the bottom and yeah, there you go. Yeah, and just hit play. Thank you. So let's talk about antioxidant production.
A free radical is an unstable molecule that wants to steal an electron from other molecules or give its own away. This makes it highly reactive and destructive to important proteins and cellular structures, including your DNA. Free radical damage is also known as oxidative stress. Free radicals are normal byproducts of molecular processes in the body, and the delicate balance of their presence is beneficial for normal cellular responses and healthy immune function. But stressful lifestyles, poor diets, and toxicity in the environment increase free radical activity. Runaway oxidative stress disrupts many important cellular processes and is a factor in many unhealthy conditions. Your body keeps oxidative stress under control with antioxidants, which are molecules that neutralize free radicals. You can join in the battle by making sure your daily nutrition is rich in antioxidants, and USANA Health Sciences is your ally. USANA supplements deliver a powerhouse array of nature's most important dietary antioxidants, from vitamins A, C, and E to special phytonutrients like resveratrol and flavonoids. These nutrients are precisely formulated so they can best work together to support you. USANA also provides antioxidant protection you can't get anywhere else, such as the patented olive extract, Olivol. Antioxidants go to work in your bloodstream and then enter the cells where the real war is going on. They donate electrons to free radicals, stabilizing them and eliminating their ability to cause damage. As oxidative stress gets under control, your cells can operate optimally. Research has shown that substantial levels of dietary antioxidants support the optimal health of your heart, eyes, skin, bones, brain, immune system, and more. USANA Health Sciences offers nature's most powerful dietary antioxidants to protect your cells and reduce oxidative stress, supporting long-term whole-body health.
Awesome, huh? And this is one of the tools that you'll be able to use. So use it wisely, and you can study it as much as you want and really understand those molecular processes. For me, it's so exciting. On that molecular level, it's the stuff that keeps my brain active. I love it. So as we just said, first line of defense, we've given you better absorption properties on the changes that we've done. Clearly, we're reducing oxidative stress, and we're also reducing and eliminating that free radical damage that would occur. Now, keep in mind that there is a place where you can overdo anything, right? You can drink too much water and literally drown to death. You get so much fluid in your body. So one of the things that USANA we've always been really aware of is being on that cutting edge of using the right amounts of antioxidants and nutrients. And we've never wavered from that, where some companies have just used huge amounts. We've been very, very careful on what we use. Okay, so let's talk about the protection piece. Now, as you know, and you've heard several times today, enhanced antioxidant protection. This is really one of the key pieces on this protection. So we had protection in the essentials. The essentials had the exogenous antioxidant piece, right? But now what we've got is this endogenous antioxidant piece. And we'll see another video here in a second on that. But this is very, very key, because one of the things you're going to find, and remember this is important. Okay, so wake up in the back. So exogenous antioxidants can only take one free radical. They can only deal with one free radical. Essentially what they're doing is absorbing an electron, okay? And then once that exogenous antioxidant absorbs that electron, it's done for the day. It goes home, lays down on the couch, and opens a bag of potato chips. Now, this is opposed to enhanced antioxidant protection or endogenous antioxidants, because endogenous antioxidants, they're enzymes. And there's a key piece to understand about enzymes. Enzymes have a process that they go through. It's called enzyme kinetics. And what enzyme kinetics is the rate at which an enzyme does its things. Remember what enzymes do? Catalysis. They change one molecule into another molecule. Can I get a note from you guys that when I go home, I don't have to speak? I don't have much left here. And can you all sign it? Would you be willing to do that? Excellent. Okay, thank you. So endogenous antioxidants are enzymes. And so the rate of kinetics is hundreds of free radicals. It can transform hundreds or convert hundreds of free radicals a second. Let me repeat that. An endogenous antioxidant that's an enzyme, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase, can change hundreds of free radicals in 1 second. Now, yeah, right? It's great, isn't it? It's exciting. Now let's go back and compare that to traditional protection. What would you rather do? Stimulate your own cells or go with the traditional, the old style route, the old school route? Okay, so that's very, very exciting. And that is done by a protein called NRF2. And NRF2 lives inside the cell, lives in this cytoplasmic fluid in the cell. And by the way, science, in my opinion, has really misrepresented a lot of physiology and cellular biology, because we tend to think and we tend to call cellular processes mechanical, and that there's machinery, and that's really a misnomer and a terrible disservice to understanding the ecology of physiology, understanding the ecology of a cell. Inside of a cell, it's more like a forest or a jungle where there's a river streaming, and you've got you have forest in there. The endoplasmic reticulum, you could compare to a forest. It's really not mechanical at all. It's much more like an ecosystem, like an ecological system. So NRF2 is one of these proteins that live inside the cell. And NRF2 basically is activated by all these phytochemicals. Now, this is a key piece. Remember I said it's not about the individual molecule? Look at how many molecules we've got here that actually activate NRF2. Right? It's not just quercetin, it's not just resveratrol, it's not just curcumin. There's a number of them here. It's about the complex itself. It's not about a single molecule. And notice the pterostilbene. The pterostilbene is now in your AO booster, in your antioxidant booster. So that'll give you further NRF2 activation. So now here's another video of, let's see if I can do it, guys. Yeah. Here's another video. You're going to see some of the same stuff on the antioxidants, but it'll go
A free radical is an unstable molecule that wants to steal an electron from other molecules or give its own away. This makes it highly reactive and destructive to important proteins and cellular structures, including your DNA. Free radical damage is also known as oxidative stress. Free radicals are normal byproducts of molecular processes in the body, and the delicate balance of their presence is beneficial for normal cellular responses and healthy immune function. But stressful lifestyles, poor diets, and toxicity in the environment increase free radical activity. Runaway oxidative stress disrupts many important cellular processes and is a factor in many unhealthy conditions. Your body keeps oxidative stress under control with antioxidants, which are molecules that neutralize free radicals. You can get many antioxidants through healthy nutrition, and even more through supplementation. And your cells are designed to produce their own. USANA's patented CellSentials with InCelligence can optimize your body's natural ability to generate its own antioxidants. One of the many functions of the InCelligence complex is to target the transcription protein known as NRF2. Once activated, NRF2 travels deep inside the nucleus of your cells. Built into your DNA are the instructions for your body to create the millions of biomolecules necessary for life. NRF2 binds to the DNA, initiating transcription. The activated DNA produces strands of RNA, which in turn assemble extremely powerful antioxidant enzymes like glutathione peroxidase, catalase, and superoxide dismutase. These antioxidant warriors then join the battle against free radicals. Each antioxidant enzyme can neutralize thousands of free radicals. With CellSentials, you can optimize one of your body's most powerful ways to defend itself. Antioxidant production inside your body promotes unparalleled protection from oxidative stress.
So that's another one of the tools that you'll have to work with, which I think will be very, very helpful for you. So what activates NRF2 naturally? What kind of things will naturally activate NRF2? Stress. You know, with stress, we have, with our frontal cortexes, we have a special ability. We can relive a situation over and over and over by imagining it, right? And sometimes you can do the situation over and over before it's even happened because you're anticipating, right? That frontal cortex gives you the ability to anticipate, which isn't always an advantage because you can make yourself very, very crazy doing that, right? Afraid of what's coming. And stress like that can actually cause free radical production in your body. I used to have a friend who took me twice when he said this, but I'd say, God, what's going to happen if blah, blah, blah? And he'd say, I don't know, I'm only going to do it once, though. The second time he said it, I got it. But the first time he said it, I was like, you're only going to do it once. Well, so am I. Oh, I'm doing it in my head over and over and over. So that's an important piece. Cytokines also are an important piece, and that comes from the immune system and can also be from somatic cells in the body. But for the most part, immune cells will release these molecules, they're peptides, that will carry a message to induce, for example, an inflammatory response or actually induce an anti-inflammatory response. But the ones we're concerned about are things like IL-1, IL-6, tumor necrosis factor alpha, those sorts of things that can induce an inflammatory response, which induces free radical potential. Also UV irradiation. Everybody's afraid of the sun these days, but you should definitely get some UV irradiation to make vitamin D. But if you get too much, it becomes an issue, and you get free radical damage. Oxidized LDL is also an issue, and of course, this gets us back into the discussion of calcium and the cardiovascular health and the buildup of plaque, right? If you get macrophage activity, if you get oxidized LDL, you're going to get macrophage activity, and then you're going to build up free radicals, and you're going to build up plaque at the same time. And so this becomes an issue. Bacterial or viral antigens. If you work in a school and work with those little petri dishes with legs, children, you're exposed to a lot of bugs, right? And so this in itself can also be potentially a problem. So through intelligence, you can literally promote unparalleled AO, antioxidant protection, from oxidative stress. And this is one of the cool things with enhanced antioxidant production, where we can do hundreds of enzyme reactions in a second rather than just one. So let's talk about renew. So when we talk about renew, we're definitely talking about specific cell signaling. Not all cell signaling leads to renewal, but some cell signaling, specific pathways can lead to the process of renewing, which I like to think about as recycling aging parts of the cell. The body is very, very efficient. It will break something down inside the cell, but then it will use those parts to build another organelle. So that's very, very key here, and we're going to see this in this process. So just as your body has organs, right? Well, your cells have organs as well, except we don't call them organs because cells are very, very small, and so those organs are even smaller, so we call them organelles. And so these organelles can actually be recycled. We don't waste anything in the body. If we break down an organelle, such as mitochondria, we'll keep those parts and reuse them. It wouldn't make sense to break it down and throw them out. That wouldn't be efficient physiological biology. So when it comes to the mitochondria, remember that it really is like a furnace. It really is like something that is producing energy, but at the same time, has the potential of leaking free radicals. So think of your furnace or your wood-burning stove. If you had a wood-burning stove and you left the door open, what would happen? You guys are sleeping, aren't you? Yeah, you're sleeping, aren't you? So Thank you, thank you. Okay, are we almost awake? We're almost there, guys. We got 20 minutes left. Okay, so if you had a wood-burning stove in your house and you left the door open to the wood-burning stove, what would happen? It'll burn faster, that's true, but what else? What would come out of it? Sparks would come out, wouldn't it? And that's like free radicals. So let me put it another way. As you get older, well, as I get older, my skin is starting to change, right? My skin's not that, it doesn't have that sheen that made me look like a young stud years ago, right? It's getting saggy, all right? And mitochondria are the same way. As they start to age, the skin of the mitochondria, the skin we call the membrane, as that membrane starts to get old, it starts to leak. And what does it leak out? It's like sparks. It leaks free radicals because what's happening inside the mitochondria is all this free radical process. But we're using that free radical process to produce energy. Free radicals aren't always bad. But when they leak out to another place that they shouldn't be, we've got a problem. Okay? So that's the issue here. So young mitochondria produce energy very efficiently and don't leak very few free radicals. Old mitochondria produce less energy, less ATP, and they produce lots of harmful free radicals. So the protein that we target there is called mTOR. And mTOR is well known. It stands for mammalian target of rapamycin, which you never have to remember again. But mTOR basically has this ability to keep quality control of the mitochondria, literally. Oops, wrong way, sorry. So just like I told you, we have this overlapping protection. It's not about one ingredient, it's about the group. So the molecules, the extracts that affect mTOR are numerous. We have green tea, we have curcumin, we have resveratrol, we have our patented olive oil, and then we also have pterostilbene, again, in the antioxidant booster. So watch the mTOR video and tell me what you think.
The mitochondria are your body's energy factories. They produce ATP, nature's universal energy molecule. ATP powers everything from the beating of your heart to the firing of your neurons. Some of the waste products created during energy production are destructive free radicals. As mitochondria age, they grow less efficient, producing less energy and more free radicals, causing more damage. The body naturally replaces old mitochondria, but sometimes that process isn't as regular as we want. The signaling molecule known as mTOR plays a role in the communication that triggers the renewal of old mitochondria. The intelligence complex targets mTOR, tempering its activity to free other key biochemical messengers. These messengers bind to aging mitochondria, signaling mitophagy in the cell, or the assimilation of the degraded mitochondria. Elements from the old mitochondrion are recycled into a new one. With intelligence, you can optimize one of your body's key renewal processes. Mitophagy reduces free radical damage, promotes efficient energy production, and renews aging cellular components.
Is USANA Health Sciences on it or what? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So mTOR, we know, activates these genes that basically allow us to regenerate mitochondria. And this upregulation makes energy production more efficient. And so what we know now is really, truly, the biology of aging is really developing. It's developing in a way where we understand it better than we ever have. And right now, the key hypothesis of why we age is actually due to oxidative stress or free radical production. And so that free radical production, basically, it's like dying a death of 1,000 cuts, thank you. It really is like that. And so we really have learned a lot. And so we can modulate this genetically, we can modulate it pharmacologically, but also environmentally, depending on what we're exposed to. So good quality diets, the right molecules in your diets can actually make a difference potentially. And in all the animal studies, it shows this. In the animal studies where they are able to stimulate mTOR, you see extended lifespan. It's too early to say that for humans, honestly, because it would take generations of studying humans to be able to do this, right? I mean, humans can live 80 years plus, so it would be very hard to understand this. But in the animal models, it's very, very clear that this has a very beneficial effect over time. So we can really optimize these renewal processes with InCelligence. And as you know, we've said this now ad nauseum, mitophagy reduces free radical damage, promotes efficient energy production, and renews these aging cellular components. Now, this last video, what I really want to show you is what we can do in terms of, and this last video is longer, we're going to be able to enhance antioxidant protection, we're going to be able to show the innovative cellular renewal, and then there's a lot of pluses in there that you'll see. So I want you to look at this and enjoy it.
For over 2 decades, USANA Health Sciences has been a world leader in the research, development, and production of nutritional supplements. Thanks to the vision of USANA's founder, Dr. Myron Wentz, it's in our DNA to never stop exploring the frontiers of personalized health. On behalf of USANA's uniquely extensive team of scientists and researchers, it's our pleasure to take you deep inside the science of USANA's flagship nutritional product, CellSentials.
CellSentials delivers optimal nutrition for your cells combined with USANA InCelligence technology, cell signaling technology that supports your body's natural ability to protect and renew itself, for the ultimate in advanced, comprehensive supplementation. We'll get into the details in a few minutes, but here's a quick overview. To be healthy, our cells need to be nourished. Optimal nourishment means a complete spectrum of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and special phytonutrients. USANA created the #1 ranked nutritional supplement, and to this industry-leading approach, we've added USANA's revolutionary U.S. patent-pending InCelligence technology. InCelligence speaks your body's own biomolecular language with nutrient complexes that tap into the communication codes inside your cells. This groundbreaking cell signaling technology optimizes the powerful processes already encoded within you. Only USANA can offer the CellSentials with InCelligence technology to provide triple action support: optimal nutrition, enhanced protection, and innovative cellular renewal.
At USANA, we've always known optimal nutrition requires much, much more than packing vitamins and minerals into a simple one-a-day pill. It's about understanding what your cells really need and using cutting-edge science to put the most advanced formulations and highest quality ingredients to work for you. Thanks to USANA's in-house state-of-the-art manufacturing and dedication to research and development, we have always delivered pure, effective ingredients and formulations. And, unlike a lot of what's out there on the shelf, with USANA, what's on the label is 100% guaranteed to be in the bottle. It's no wonder that over 1,000 of the world's most elite athletes take USANA supplements.
Let's look at the bottles. CellSentials consist of core minerals and Vita antioxidant. Many vitamins and enzymes need a mineral cofactor to function properly. Core Minerals is a premium blend of gentle, bioavailable minerals that support every cell, organ, and structure in the body, all while helping the body absorb and fully utilize the vitamins in the accompanying vitamin antioxidant. Vita antioxidant contains optimal amounts of essential vitamins and antioxidants. It also contains the the IntelliGence complex, which is a proprietary blend of 8 ingredients packed with cell signaling molecules to support powerful, natural health processes in your cells.
So now, let's dive into the science. Why is nutrition at the cellular level so important?
In order for you to live life to the fullest, every cell in your body needs to be nourished. Most people just don't get enough essential nutrition in their diets, and the quality and effectiveness of most off-the-shelf supplements leaves a lot to be desired. For USANA Health Sciences, nutrition isn't about packing vitamins into a pill. It's about understanding what a cell really needs and using cutting-edge science to put the most advanced formulations and the highest quality ingredients to work for you. Without proper nourishment, your cells simply can't do what they were designed to do, from the healthy beating of your heart to the formation of strong bones to the ability to think clearly. Nutrients are essential building blocks for the healthy cell structures, and nutrients are key factors in cellular processes at the molecular level, going on literally everywhere in your body. USANA supplements deliver advanced amounts of precisely balanced vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and other important dietary biomolecules. Since many of these nutrients can be found in different chemical forms, USANA uses the ones that can be most easily absorbed and utilized by the body. Balance is another key. The needs of your cells are intricate and interconnected. USANA's precise formulations address the needs of your cellular network and promote the symphonic nature of nutrients working together. At USANA, we want you to thrive, not just survive. Optimal nourishment means optimal cellular performance.
Some of the most important nutrients we get in our diets and in USANA supplements are antioxidants. Dr. Wentz founded USANA with a focus on providing much-needed, advanced antioxidant support to our cells. So why do we need antioxidants? Antioxidants are your first line of defense against free radical attacks, which your body deals with all day, every day. Let's take a look.
A free radical is an unstable molecule that wants to steal an electron from other molecules or give its own away. This makes it highly reactive and destructive to important proteins and cellular structures, including your DNA. Free radical damage is also known as oxidative stress. Free radicals are normal byproducts of molecular processes in the body, and the delicate balance of their presence is beneficial for normal cellular responses and healthy immune function. But stressful lifestyles, poor diets, and toxicity in the environment increase free radical activity. Runaway oxidative stress disrupts many important cellular processes and is a factor in many unhealthy conditions. Your body keeps oxidative stress under control with antioxidants, which are molecules that neutralize free radicals. You can join in the battle by making sure your daily nutrition is rich in antioxidants, and USANA Health Sciences is your ally. USANA supplements deliver a powerhouse array of nature's most important dietary antioxidants, from vitamins A, C, and E to special phytonutrients like resveratrol and flavonoids. These nutrients are precisely formulated so they can best work together to support you. USANA also provides antioxidant protection you can't get anywhere else, such as the patented olive extract, Olivol. Antioxidants go to work in your bloodstream and then enter the cells where the real war is going on. They donate electrons to free radicals, stabilizing them and eliminating their ability to cause damage. As oxidative stress gets under control, your cells can operate optimally. Research has shown that substantial levels of dietary antioxidants support the optimal health of your heart, eyes, skin, bones, brain, immune system, and more. USANA Health Sciences offers nature's most powerful dietary antioxidants to protect your cells and reduce oxidative stress, supporting long-term whole-body health.
At USANA, we look at the cell as a complex and interconnected ecosystem. USANA supplements provide the full spectrum of essential cellular nutrition. And now we come to something that makes USANA truly innovative. intelligence technology. It's where we go from simply nourishing the cells to communicating with them. To generate intelligence, USANA has harnessed the science of cell signaling and molecular biology to create nutrient blends that support optimal cellular health. Understanding how intelligence works begins with understanding your own cellular intelligence.
Patent-pending USANA intelligence technology is the new frontier of nutritional science. Intelligence nutrient complexes send signals through your cell's communication system to optimize your body's inherent health processes. You are made of trillions of cells, and each one of them is intelligent. Without you even knowing it, they carry out the body's natural functions of circulating your blood, supplying you with energy, renewing your skin, conducting electrical signals in your brain, detoxifying, and countless other activities. To keep all these critical processes going, your cells are communicating with each other and signaling within themselves. It's not just through impulses from the brain, but through biochemical signals in the form of hormones, enzymes, biomolecules from plants, nutrients, and many other signaling agents. It's like a series of codes, ultimately activating responses in your cells. Your cells respond to signals created in the body as well as signals you receive from your nutrition. For example, you eat to fuel your body. The nutrients you consume are of course critical, but it's cellular communication that allows you to make use of that fuel. Molecular signals from a variety of places in the body travel to your brain and influence your feelings of hunger. More signals are necessary to call for the right digestive juices that help break down carbs, fats, and proteins to meet cellular needs and produce energy. When you want to use that energy to exercise, the electrical impulses from your brain signal a cascade of chemical reactions that cause your muscles to contract. These are just a few examples of the myriad of cell signaling networks in the body. All of this is possible thanks to your miraculous cellular intelligence and the intricate communication constantly going on behind the scenes. With intelligence technology, USANA has harnessed the scientific breakthroughs that are decoding this cellular communication. USANA's intelligence nutrient blends join the conversations your cells are having. This means we can tap into the cellular code that activates beneficial health processes in your body. Building on a foundation of nutrition and targeting a broad range of beneficial cell signaling, USANA provides optimal nourishment, enhanced antioxidant protection, and innovative cellular renewal. Intelligence is the new frontier in personalized health.
The intelligence complex in CellSentials targets a variety of cell signaling pathways. This means that it optimizes several powerful cellular functions already within you. We're going to take a closer look at two of those specific pathways. The first has to do with antioxidant support. With our toxic world and stressful lifestyles, we need to get all the antioxidant support we can. Intelligence delivers signals designed to optimize an amazingly powerful source of antioxidants, the ones created inside your very own cells.
You can get many antioxidants through healthy nutrition, and even more through supplementation. And your cells are designed to produce their own. USANA's patented CellSentials with intelligence can optimize your body's natural ability to generate its own antioxidants. One of the many functions of the intelligence complex is to target the transcription protein known as NRF2. Once activated, NRF2 travels deep inside the nucleus of your cells. Built into your DNA are the instructions for your body to create the millions of biomolecules necessary for life. NRF2 binds to the DNA, initiating transcription. The activated DNA produces strands of RNA, which in turn assemble extremely powerful antioxidant enzymes like glutathione peroxidase, catalase, and superoxide dismutase. These antioxidant warriors then join the battle against free radicals. Each antioxidant enzyme can neutralize thousands of free radicals. With Intelligence, you can optimize one of your body's most powerful ways to defend itself. Antioxidant production inside your body promotes unparalleled protection from oxidative stress.
No other company targets a broad range of cell signaling pathways like USANA does. Cells are miraculous things, but cells age. To keep them functioning optimally, the components inside, called organelles, need to be recycled. A complex set of signals helps the cells know when to renew themselves. One type of organelle in particular that we want to keep functioning optimally are the mitochondria. Without them, you couldn't do anything.
The mitochondria are your body's energy factories. They produce ATP, nature's universal energy molecule. ATP powers everything from the beating of your heart to the firing of your neurons. Some of the waste products created during energy production are destructive free radicals. As mitochondria age, they grow less efficient, producing less energy and more free radicals, causing more damage. The body naturally replaces old mitochondria, but sometimes that process isn't as regular as we want. The signaling molecule known as mTOR plays a role in the communication that triggers the renewal of old mitochondria. The Intelligence complex targets mTOR, tempering its activity to free other key biochemical messengers. These messengers bind to aging mitochondria, signaling mitophagy in the cell, or the assimilation of the degraded mitochondria. Elements from the old mitochondrion are recycled into a new one. With Intelligence, you can optimize one of your body's key renewal processes. Mitophagy reduces free radical damage, promotes efficient energy production, and renews aging cellular components.
It's exciting to be part of a company that is leading and defining the future of personalized nutrition. I hope you've enjoyed our trip inside the cell as we've learned about this amazing product. With CellSentials, USANA's unique formulation stands alone in delivering comprehensive triple-action support, all in one nutritional system, providing optimal nourishment for the cells, supporting the body's own natural protection, and generating renewal of key cellular organelles. CellSentials is also available in convenient AM and PM packs, which contain the Intelligence Booster for additional cell signaling optimization, and a magnesium-calcium formulation to support long-term health. For even greater personalization, add CellSentials to USANA's My Health Pack, which allows you to fully customize your regimen to address your unique health needs and goals. USANA's mission is to create the healthiest family on earth, and that is the mission that drives everything we do, including developing the most advanced nutritional supplements available. So join the millions of people around the world, including over 1,000 elite athletes, who have trusted their health to the worldwide leader in personalized nutrition. USANA, your health, your life, your way.
Okay, so I just want to close with one thing in mind. For those of you who are new to USANA, the last thing I want to say is not only is this so cool that we are leading the way, and I predict that we're going to have people following us from here on out on this pathway that we're on right now. But the other thing to keep in mind is that the manufacturing practices that we follow are the same manufacturing practices that pharmaceutical companies follow. So what I'm saying is that you're getting pharmaceutical quality multivitamin from USANA Health Sciences. And that's real. The FDA actually loves us because we're so easy for them. Everything is so regimented. We're very sure of what we have in our products. So thank you so much for your attention today, and it's been great working with you. I'll see you out there on the floor. Thank you.